Edmund, you're here. I tried using the signal receiver to search for the equipment of our 3 missing crewmates. I made plenty of attempts and entered all the identifying codes I could think of. But I found nothing. Thank you, Endman. You don't need to comfort me.
Endman, look at this! I see a signal! Wait, why did it disappear?
I saw it too. It was a flash signal, and its location should be somewhere around the mountain path. Quite possible they're still alive. Somewhere around where the Landbreakers are still active.
Wait, is the most dangerous place actually the safest place?
We should quickly inform Noffman of our finding.
Edmund, I've submitted my resignation. I'm no longer the monitor of this site.
Huh? Why? That's so sudden. Why did you...
All the things I've been through make me realize I'm not cut out for this job. I almost screwed up everything, more than once. If no one had been around to help me... Until the committee names a new site monitor, we'll be relying on Mr. Japan to manage this place in the interim.
Noffman, my boy, you...
It's my decision alone. Anyway, Endman, there was something important you wanted to say? What? This can't be. I thought... we lost the signals back there. But... it's been such a long time. If they were still alive in Valley 4, why couldn't we find any traces of them?
And they seem to be hiding near the Landbreaker lair. The raiders haven't found them because they are not obvious targets.
I know I lack confidence, as well as actual skills. And it's true that I probably botched up a few jobs. But severing their signals, so they wouldn't slow us down? Ramel, Olga, and Pavel. How could they do that? Who gave them permission to make such a sacrifice? I'm not okay with this. Their actions are irresponsible and go against their personal well-being. In any case, I must take full blame for this. The fault is totally mine, but those three are three fine crewmates. Endman, please, I need your help. I must find them. Those three blight-brained fools really got us all worked up. Once they come back, I'll monitor them all to hell. I'll get them to copy the UWST Valley 4 emergency manual 1,000 times.
Yeah, that's right. These three damn fools got us all worried for ages. We gotta drag them back and teach them a real lesson. We'll give them toilet duty for a month.
That's right. Let's drag those little brats back home.
Give the orders, Nothman. The crew will find them.
Amplifier Unit 1 activated. Signal receiver power is approaching 75% of threshold.
Roger that! We're all set and ready!
Amplifier Unit 2 activated. Signal receiver power is approaching 80% of threshold.
Prep work is done here. We're ready to go anytime.
Amplifier Unit 3 activated. 82%. Come on.
Roger. Amplifier Unit 4 is good to go.
All amplifiers are online. Good job, people. Endman, we can now initiate the search. Let's mark out their location. Verifying switch. Initiating signal trace.
Nothing so far. No relevant signals have been picking up on the control panel.
No need to jump to conclusions. Power of the signal trace is still growing. We're already getting a signal response. Unlock all power limits for all devices. Give me a fully powered signal trace. We're zeroing in on the location. The signal is getting stronger, but we don't have a lock-on yet. Can we still increase the power?
Power output is already approaching the threshold.
Guess we can't fuss over that right now. Set power to max. 3, 2... We did it! We found the signal coordinates! It's the final section of the mountain path leading to the origin load spring.
High threat hostile. Approach with caution.
We'll end this fight. You can't escape gravity.
We're in perfect sync.
Guess I have to give you more credit.
Incoming! Watch out!
Wow, you can actually do that.
Good work, everyone.
Yeah, we can now continue our journey.
Someone's coming.
Nothman, my boy! We found him!
Wait. Nothman, it's actually you.
Rameld. Olga. Pavel. Everyone's here. And alive. How? How could you risk your lives like that? The UW never leaves anyone behind. Do you know how many crewmates felt betrayed by your actions?
Slow down, Nothman. And take it easy, would you? Olga's injuries haven't fully... We could barely walk, and we'd end up slowing everyone down. You saw all the blight gushing out of nowhere. If you'd taken us with you, no one would have made it out. When we finally decided to stop, we cut our signals and prepared to meet our fate. The blight flood surged towards us, and then it stopped by the cliff. We eventually recovered enough strength to move again and found this trail that led us here. I guess fate wants us to live.
But how could you just cut the signal like that?
Well, if we hadn't cut our signals when the blight flood was upon us, what would you have done?
We have faith in you, Nothman. You probably would try to take us along no matter the cost. But if the crew had to carry us, everyone would have been overtaken and swallowed by the blight. It would be too cruel and devastating for you. It's a choice that none of us wants you to make. I know you joined the emergency committee during a disaster. It was also your first real trial. You're too kind. The mission from your superiors and those ordering your superiors, and even the emergency committee, it was never about saving everyone. It's about saving as many lives as possible. Oh, by the way, how fares the main crew?
The refuge point is complete. Young Northman got everyone settled in. And he even managed to get in touch with Endfield.
Looks like we made the right choice.
No! You're just bending the facts. Stop treating me like a kid. Look, Pavel, I found you. So I did end up saving everyone. No one has to be sacrificed.
Of course you did. You found us. Thank you, Northman. I mean it. You're incredible.
Thanks, Captain.
Thank you.
All right, crew. It's time to go home. Mr. Dupin, can you cook something nice for them? Some hot food will help them recover. Once we head back, I'll be exercising my monitor rights. You'll each be copying the emergency manual 1,000 times by hand.
Warning. This area... is subject to possible attacks.
The construction of the geological probe seems almost complete. This project might shape the future of Valley 4. Let's go and take a look, Entman.
This place is a mess. I thought Crow said they're almost done with the geological probe.
The local crew seems to have run into some trouble. But I don't see Dean or Clavel around. Aren't they supposed to be leading the work? Let's talk to Mr. Crow and learn more about the situation.
Ah, my friends from Endfield. You're here.
We received your message and came to check on the geological probe's progress. But the entire worksite appears somewhat disorganized.
That's primarily because probe construction is just one step away from completion. However, we have yet to verify the parameter set and data samples of the surveillance unit. The entire crew is exhausted by the task. What about Dean and Clavel? They started arguing first. People got them to cool off before moving on with their jobs. I knew it.
The two boys learned nothing from their experiences and made a fool of themselves. They deserve it.
Nevertheless, we should try to fix the problems with our surveillance unit.
Don't worry, Supervisor. If the siege gets out of control, I'll step in and get it fixed. But now, I don't intend to interfere or help them out of their mess.
So, you actually know how to get everything done. Then, why would you just sit around and let them mess things up?
I actually want to let them achieve spectacular success on their own. But look at them. Can they pull it off? My generation was built different. Some of us got back from the front lines to walk floors that had no materials. We ended up making our own equipment by taking parts of the lathe. This generation has a serious problem. They bicker and complain. They don't know how to work as a team. Worse, they strut around with a sense of useless pride. I would have taken care of this on my own if I were younger. I wouldn't even need two inept fools of apprentices to take care of this job.
The way you said that really sounds like a Shifu we had in Tanjian Hall.
But they'll be running Valley 4 one day. This disaster really changed me as well. Young people like you will be running the show. We even changed the Utuk order. No matter how hard we try, I guess it's time to pass on the baton. The apprentices may have plenty of issues, but they're gifted in their own right. That said, they must learn to solve problems on their own. If another disaster like the last one strikes again, they'll have no one to count on.
I hope they will appreciate all the work you've put in for them.
Them? Appreciate my work? Well, just sit around. They'll be crying for help soon enough. They neglected too many details. The first activation of the probe will involve a certain degree of danger. But I didn't remind them this time.
Aren't you worried about accidents?
Don't worry. I won't risk this if human safety is involved. Since the admin is with us, we can afford to wait before giving them help. Let them have a taste of their mistakes and learn from it.
Fine. I understand what you're trying to do.
work, everyone. We made another step forward, Enfielders.
I pulled it off, right?
This hardly counts as warm-up. Wow, this actually looks super impressive. You two turned out to be pretty professional at this.
We wouldn't have been in that mess if we'd had proper samples. What? You're the one who messed up the parameters. I reminded you that the testing environment of the samples might change, and I could totally fix the parameter issues on my own. And you're blaming me? I was the one who helped you churn out those parameters. Well, you promised that you'd find some proper samples. In the end, it was my replacements that solved the crisis. Why are you...
Hold on, what's happening? The geological probe isn't doing anything.
What? Let me see. What by Talos is wrong this time? This isn't supposed to happen. Strange. Why? How? Endman?
Enough! Both of you! Can't believe you're still asking others to take care of your problems!
Professor Crow, it wasn't like that.
Done explaining already, Dean? It's been years, and you never bothered changing that unruly personality of yours. You're always rushing straight into things without thinking about the consequences. True, you might get rewarded and things work, but the losses are just as great. Consider yourself lucky if you only take property damage, because the way you do things has a chance of inflicting serious injuries. You can't bear the losses. No one can. You gotta learn how to smash the brakes before you actually hurt somebody.
You're right, Professor.
And you, don't just stand there and gawk.
I'm sorry.
There are times when Dean is actually right. You gotta take a bold step forward in scientific research. You can't make progress by dancing around in circles. No one can predict what we'll be looking at in the future, and no one can solve everything with the same old ways.
Be cautious when you need it. But when you need to be bold, do not hesitate. Windows of opportunity can disappear in an instant.
I've learned my lesson.
I appointed the two of you to lead the geological probe construction project because I want you to help each other out. You two should be covering for each other's deficiencies. Alone, you might slip, but together, you should be able to figure it out. I thought you learned something from the disaster. But what did I see? Boys who won't stop bickering, who go running off to the Endman for help. This is the final stage, and you still want others to clean up your mess. How am I supposed to let you lead the reconstruction of Valley 4?
Professor Crow.
You're lucky. You still got me and the Ant-Men around to sort out your bloodied mistakes. But what about next time? If you run into another disaster of the scale, who are you going to turn to? I've submitted applications to assign you to the Originium power plant. You'll be taking over my job and that of old Daniels. No one will be around to help you. And you won't be getting any lessons from anyone.
Wait! Professor Crow! What about you? We can't do without you, Professor Crow.
Just look at your sorry lot. How am I supposed to hand over the mission of rebuilding Valley 4? I only have 6 more years to go. Don't let me catch you stirring up trouble again.
But... okay. We'll make full use of these 6 years.
Follow me. There's still the final step for constructing the geological probe. The crew really worked hard for this. Don't keep them waiting.
Wow, it's moving!
The geological probe will constantly release various isotopes, sound waves, and penetrants underground. The data we gather will help scientists speed up the healing of the local ecology.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this place restored to its former glory. When we first arrived at the power plateau, the place was already in ruins.
That's a real shame. The plateau used to be a scenic location.
Don't worry. We'll do our best and make the plateau more beautiful than ever before.
With time, the land will slowly rejuvenate and remediate itself.
Mr. Crow, how do you think Valley 4 might change in the future?
How do I think? If these young people are in charge, the future looks bleak. But no matter what happens, it's the youths who'll be building the future. I myself want to see Valley 4 getting better. If the people in the valley live stable and secure lives, that'd be good enough for me.
Perhaps it won't be long before these young people start to impress you. Right, Professor?
I sure hope so. But the future of Telestrom... Now that will be decided by you, Enfielders.
Greetings! I'm your operator from Rhodes Island, codenamed Snowshine. I'm a search and rescue expert specializing in low-temperature operations. Get me on the team if you have a mission in the ice fields or snowy mountains. Captain... I hate fools who like to micro... Am I...
Still waiting for...
Ciao! Wanna head out for a walk? Will I get something more special in the next promotion? What am I hoping for? How about... a day of fun together, Endman?
What a bit...
I offer today's...
Get a new assignment. As you can see, Endman, you trust me with the right tasks, and I let the results speak for themselves.
The flight of...
Oh. Wanna come snowboarding with me, Endman? Need a hand, Endman? I can be your defender. What? The Dijon Canteen has an all-you-can-eat snack bar? Apologies, I was just a little surprised. No, Endman! What? The Dijon Canteen has an all-you-can-eat snack bar? Apologies, I was just a little surprised. No, of course not. I'm not going to eat everything. Honest. Endman, you came at just the right time. My package just arrived, and I wonder if you're interested in trying out my special cheese fondue? Oh, the flavor? I think it's quite... special? Oh, plenty of my colleagues told me it's an unforgettable experience of a lifetime. Got some much-needed rest, Endman? I always see you running all over the place with hardly a break. You really should watch that work-life balance. Remember that last SAR training we had? You gave me quite the surprise when I carried you on my back. I could hardly believe you're lighter than a newborn burden beast calf. Not every SAR operation is a success story. Sudden changes in weather or terrain can happen in ways faster than you expect. This is why I would triple-check my gear before setting off on a mission. Drones, thermal imaging cams, every piece of equipment is an important assistant for any SAR operator. They're the reasons why we could launch bold rescue plans with confidence.
I believe.
A strong team